All right. This is Donnie Sugar. Um, Going to start off on Journal 2. So, I recently got done introducing myself. Of course, I mentioned a few of my hobbies. The fact I actually have a fear of quitting, and a lack of self confidence. And more or less, I also forgot to mention that I have a fear of forgetting things. When I grew up, one of my greatest fears became something simple as the darkness, and that was all well and fine. Darkness is just just a lack of light. That's it. I mean, there's still plenty of other ways to hear if something's there. You mean, you don't have to see everything. You can hear it, you can smell it, you can feel it. You know, the touch, the sensation, the air, the smell. You can easily tell if someone's there. If you're listening, I guess. Which is kind of sketchy. Anyhow, when I grew up, I had a fear of forgetting things. And actually, more or less, I had a fear of sleep paralysis, and then I had a fear of darkness, and then I got over those, and now I have a fear of heights. And now I got a fear of forgetting things, and I got over my fear of forgetting things. But I guess it's still relevant. I also had a fear of bees. I was scared of bees for so long. And we're not just talking bees, we're talking bees and wasps and bugs in general. And then, the closer I got to a wasp, the closer I got to the bee. And the more I got near them, the more I realized the wasps are just wasps. They're trying to just do what they do best. And the bees are just trying to do what they do best. They don't give the slightest care about us. Like, like here I am, this, you know, titan to this little bee, and it's like I'm scared of it. Like an elephant is afraid of of a a rat, and it's like it's funny. Of course, I do have a fear of getting irreversible inflictions. Let's not get started on fears too much. I mean, let's just start off on where I didn't include in my introductions. So, my hobbies, as we uh, stated before, were swimming, fitness of many sorts. I do photography. I don't have a fancy camera. All I use is my is cameras from like an iPhone or an iPad, and well, they're not that great as you can imagine. So I shove them on Pixar. It's an app, and I use their filter systems and their smoothing systems. Basically, I use Photoshop. I take good photos and then I use Photoshop, and then I make them look better. And then it becomes art, and I really like it. I really, really like it. And I'm not saying that oil it's better than oil painting. I'm just saying, for me personally, I believe that that photography is better fit for me. I can do oil painting. Anyone can do anything. It's just some people rather not do things, and I personally rather do photography than oil paint. Um, I like dogs and cats, but I'm actually allergic to dogs and cats. So technically, my hobbies don't include animals. So it's a kind of a shame. Yes, I do think animals are cute. All sorts, all kinds. Okay, maybe not all kinds. I'm sure there's something out there I would find a little scary to begin with. Like maybe a tiger. Maybe a tiger would scare me. Yeah, I think tigers would scare me. Um, so I guess more or less my hobbies could be settled down to just what I do today, like reading. I do a little tiny bit of reading, but I'm more of a collector. So I guess it'd be hypocritical for me to say I read. Read often. I don't really read often. Like I get one nice book, and that's the book that makes it for the month. And I do a little swimming when I can. I love going to the beach. Beach is so calming. The crashing of the waves. It's beautiful. I love the ocean. I love the beaches. I mean, forget about all the hate and the modern production of society and the collateral fears and pain and suffering of life. The sea and the ocean, just that crashing noise, that gentle swoosh, the rain, anything, water. I'm pretty much into it. Um, anyways, so I guess I like TV. One of my favorite series is Supernatural. I finished that up, I guess. Technically, I'm on the 13th season, so there might be more in the future, for all I know. May even be more now. I've pretty much watched everything on Netflix and Hulu and Prime Video, except for like anything revolving around drama or fake life TV shows, um, or action-packed films. Like seriously, action-packed films bore me. Yeah, I know, ironic, right? You'd think that like uh, Desert Storm, the movie with Tom Cruise, and it would be a hit success. And my mom gave me the series, and I watched the first film, and I almost fell asleep. Yeah, I know, right? I guess some movies just aren't for everyone, but I know I love kids' movies. More or less the Disney movies section. Anything like Universal, Pixar, Dreamcast, Disney, I love it all. I just love it all. I know Universal does Universal, Dreamcast, they do a really great job making like kids TV shows here. Okay, I've watched a few kids in my time. Okay, so I know a lot about shows. But anyhow, I guess that's pretty much my hobbies include being a family man, watching TV, a book once a month, uh, probably an hour or two of fitness every day. I guess when I get a job, I pretty much try to do that as often as I can, day and night. And I guess making photos and video games was going to be my top choice, but my laptop is dead. I burnt the power port because I misused the 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 router connector for the laptop, and I burnt the power port out. Yeah, I know. It takes a lot of stupidity to burn a power port out. But when it works, you ignore it. It's kind of how life works. And sorry, that's my couch. But yeah, I guess I don't have too many crazy hobbies. Honestly, I'm interested in a lot of hobbies. I've never fished. Well, I've fished before. I really liked it. I might want to do it again. Hunting, I've never done hunting. Skiing, I like skiing. Boy, is it's an exercise, I tell you. Um, I'm pretty much up for anything these days. Some things I'll back down on, if they're gross or too violent, or they're bad morale. If they have bad morals, or if they're illegal, I'll back down from crazy hobbies. I mean, even myself, I look crazy. I mean, look at this hair. I'm bald. Well, I'm not bald. I just shaved it because I wanted to see what would happen. So, guess I'm Mr. Try It All. Anywho, obviously, I've been taking up my sweet time explaining myself and my hobbies. So, we'll talk about my fears, more or less, in the next journal. Thank you for joining me on this journal. Have a wonderful night, have a wonderful day, and have a nice rest of your life if you don't join the next journal. Peace.